Hello. A couple of weeks ago, all of my friends died in a very unfortunate car crash. And so I'm looking for some new friends. You one of them? Let me just tell you a couple of things that I bring to the table. So, I'm a big, strong boy from southeast England. And I know several languages, most of them English. I have a strange accent for where I'm from. People think I'm Australian. I've lived in Germany for a couple of days. I went on holiday. I'm not a tennis pro. I learned something very early on in my life, and that is that the green man and the red man. The red man's a pirate on traffic lights, and you shouldn't trust him. So you can go while the red man's doing his thing, but just don't trust it. Keep a wary eye out. Things may not be as they seem. So a little bit of advice for you. The FedEx, FedEx? The FedEx logo has an arrow in it between the E and the X. Tell everyone. That's the rule. As soon as you know this fact, you've all just lost the game. But this FedEx fact, you have to pass it on to everybody. In between the E and the X. Have a look now. Have a look. Between the E and the X, there's an arrow pointing backwards. Thank you very much. I'm not overly fan. And people keep thinking I'm overly fan, and I'm not them. So could you please tell everybody that you know that I'm not overly fan? I'm not overly fond of prams. I'm not overly fan. I'm not overly fond of prams. In fact, I'd go so far to say as I hate them. I hate prams. I'd go so far as to say that I hate them. Lucky I don't need to talk today, eh? Prams suck. Prams suck. And babies are fine. You know what I mean? Kids are great because they can do stuff and they're fun. Babies, you got a baby, get out of my face. It's stinky and it's loud. It does nothing for me. Nothing. Little kids, they tell funny stories. Funny stories are fun. I enjoy fun. I steal their ideas, write them all down. That's the plan. So, yeah. I can make a banging chili con carne. I don't drink wine. So you'll have double near me. Or beer. I drink spirits predominantly, and not very much of that. But I'm a highly spirited person. I'm not a highly spiritual person. I believe that there's a certain amount of souls in the world, and this includes everything. So there has to be a certain amount of... There's like a limit, there's a box. So as soon as something dies, something is taking its place, be that a fucking maggot or something. And this may sound horrible if you just lost someone and I've said they're a maggot, but it does mean that they'll come back. So have hope. Have hope. Oh yeah, I put on clothes like a present. Check this out. It's not the most effective, but it's fun. This is what I bring to the table. I'm fairly neat. I generally have a pleasant demeanour. I really love rhyming, and I enjoy it. So if these sound like things which you might enjoy, I don't know, message me. Let me know that you're out there and that you're looking for someone just like me. And then maybe tell me some things about you too. Not U2 the band. Because Bono's he's an odd one. About you. Let me know about you. Because I'm interested. And I'm in the market for a chum or two. For pubs and games and exploring fighting. Oh, I would love a fight. A proper... Never been in a fight. But I'm tall. I reckon I could stand my ground for a bit. I'm terrible at concerts. Oh, I get buffeted all over the place and I'm so tall. I don't like being in the way in theatres. I have to ask the person behind me if I'm in the way, and then I end up in this position because I don't want to block them. And also it means that I can be in my world still. I hate people having phones in the theatre. Hate it. And anyone using their phone in the theatre, you're a bad person. You're going to jail. I hope there's the death penalty for you. I don't like crisps in theatres. Too loud. I don't like boiled sweets in theatres. Too loud. I don't like audiences particularly. When you're in it. I like it when you're on stage and there's an audience. Unless there's a dick in the audience. But I generally like audiences. Can't have beer, wine or cider in food. Or in life. If I have a sip of beer, wine or cider, you're going to say soul fights, but I prefer saying it the long way around. If I have a sip of beer, wine or cider, I'm instantly drunk. It's really funny for about 30 minutes. And then it's terrifying because I feel like I'm going to die forever. And the only way I can get around it is to run. And so I just sprint. And one time I was having drinks with like a wrap party / Christmas celebration with some lovely people and some, producer types as well. And it was a proper schmooze thing as well. And I had a beer battered prawn. I was off my face. And apparently I was really funny. I remember none of this. What I do remember is dry heaving in a bathroom and then sprinting from North London all the way down to Streatham. It was like a 2-hour sprint. In the cold. It was winter. I forgot my coat. I sprinted all the way home. And then felt like I was going to die still. It's not a good, fun way to live. It's a little awkward. I have to plan my events that I go to around getting poisoned or needing to be near a bathroom I trust, just in case I need to throw up. I got my drinks spiked at a cast rap party. Got my drinks spiked. I think this is where it started. It's either between that and Salzburg, Austria. I got poisoned in Salzburg. But I got my drink spiked in London, in Hoxton, Dalston. Both. I was in between the two. In a place with a bookshelf that you go behind, and then it's an illegal rave type situation. But I got my drink spiked. I don't know who did it. Whoever did it. I'm going to kill him. This is way back when. This is 2012. 2012. It was savage. The girls also got ill. It was really bad for them. I was just ill that one night. I went to the bathroom and there was one bathroom because it was an illegal place. I just threw up forever. And this lovely Scots guy came in. First I heard him banging on the door and he was like, "You alright, pal?" I went, "No, I'm dying." And he said, "Oh, don't worry." And he came in and he just patted me on the back and gave me a rub on the back, and he said, "Right, just keep going, get it all up. You got to stick your fingers down your throat and do the whole malarkey." And I did. It was really, really comforting. Yeah, I love Scots people. Scots people are the best. People say northern people are the best. Some northern people are nice. They're not the best. Scots people are probably the best. Irish people are nice. Northern Irish people are strange. Northern Irish people, some of them are lovely. All of them are lovely. However, they hate so well. They hate. Not used to it. So I guess all that's left to say is that no matter what, thanks very much. You better watch out. 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 Whenever I have an audition in person, not self-tape, because you can't really do it in self-tape, but whenever I have an audition in person, I like to go to the venue at least half an hour beforehand, because you go in at 15, but half hour beforehand, and just get lost. Just go for a walk, start walking, get lost, get out your head, and then you have to find your way back. And you can be doing your voice warm up, and you can be thinking about the lines and that kind of stuff, but just take your mind off things and go for a wander through the streets of London. And I'd recommend this to everybody. I think it's a really fun thing to do. Especially if you don't know the area. If you know the area, you can have a longer walk and see what you can find. Find a favourite street. Like a cobbled street in London. Brilliant. But yeah, that's what I like to do. And I think you should do it too. Because it's cool. Yeah. So I've been thinking of a way to end this episode. And you know me mainly as a rhyming person. So how about I leave you with a quick little rhyme. My name's Aaron. I'm looking for friends. If you're one of them, just message me and we can become pals and chums. And touch each other's bums. Thank you. Bye. Oh yeah, roast dinners. I'm doing this on a Sunday. Roast dinners. Best is lamb. Second is pork. Third is chicken. Fourth is beef. Fifth is turkey. And sixth is vegetarian. Vegan. It's not a roast dinner. Get out. Thanks. My favourite movie growing up was Back to the Future. Marty McFly is my favourite. I slept like him. Even that just made me tired. I slept like him for the majority of my life. And it's fucked up my spine. I don't care. I like Marty McFly. I wanted to be him. I can't skateboard. I've never been in the past. But, yeah. Hi. It's just me and you now. And I just want to say that I think you started off as being just an acquaintance. But now, the more that we've got to know each other, I'd say that you're a colleague. Final thought for the day. No matter how much